Everyone, this is Dream Warriors 95 Mission Impossible 6. Mark's not here. I'm actually recording this a week after seeing the movie, but that's because I kind of wanted it to sit and I absorbed all the social media, all the criticisms, the highs, the lows, and just wanted to monitor the box office for a little bit. But we got that and other news to get to, so hey. Let me turn off the fan. Let me turn off Batman Begins because that's what I'm watching recently on Netflix. But it's Friday. It's August 3rd. And we're going live today. So anyway, everyone, let's hit that music and let's get to it. All right, we're back. Yeah, so took a little bit of a pause there because I'm still in morning mode. Everything's a little bit slow when I work at home at this point of the year, and it's no different than when things are extremely cold. Right now, there's just a level of heat and mugginess in Philly. It seems like every other week during the summer, we're getting a week like this to where maybe like similar weather was about 2 weeks ago. But before that, it was almost like week to week. But so what's happening is that Philly's getting almost like it's almost like Florida. It rains 5 to 6 times a day for 20-30 minutes at a time, and it's not like it gets a little heavy, but it's not intolerable. And then the sun comes out and it just cooks everything. There's a mugginess, there's a thickness to the air. If you're wearing anything other than your underwear and a loincloth, you sweat. It's not even like sports sweat. Your whole body just like hemorrhages to try and breathe. And that's a little bit of Dream Warrior Central. That's where we are with our environment right now. But we're back. So yeah, there's a couple things to touch on. Look, it's less motivating. It's becoming less motivating for me to jump into movie reviews when there's just like straight up adulation right out of the gate, and there's pre-adulation for a movie before anyone's ever seen it, and like this is certainly the case with Mission Impossible, and for me it pretty much started with Thor Ragnarok, where I think at that point the wave and the information and the social media, it just even got to me around the time of Thor Ragnarok, and it just completely demotivates everything I want to do and say about the movie because, so quickly everything is said when it just comes through the excitement. Now, like I think some of the real conversation when it comes to MI6. And side note, Mark and I did enjoy the movie tons. We weren't as blown away by the previous two. I think Mark and I enjoyed the previous two much more. And I'll get a little bit deeper with on that with him when next time we sit down. Excuse me, there. Just had to drink some water. Because there was this anticipation for the movie, and I felt like a little bit of what's not being said is the villain. You saw coming. You kind of saw a twist. You saw it coming. I thought it didn't matter if you saw the villain coming. I just wanted the villain to like have a hook, and if it is like the syndicate type guy. The Syndicate is the Spectre for the Mission Impossible team. And look, you have to know the movies to kind of follow where I'm going. And I am sorry. But to clearly discuss the Mission Impossible franchise, it's really hard not to compare it to everything around it. Other spy movies, franchises, and especially James Bond, new and old James Bond. Post or pre Daniel Craig, and by this I mean because it's almost like I would just have to assume you've seen some of the movies I would reference, even like the Bourne movies, the Jason Bourne movies, and it's not that can entirely cannot be the case. Yeah, I think you can just enjoy action summer movies and be a Tom Cruise fan, and yeah, and maybe like some of the other people in the movie, and go into MI6, just fresh, and not even know too much about like these other things, and even know too much about other spy franchises, and I think that's where so much gets confused nowadays, where we and look, I just caught myself doing it, where like when you talk about one movie, you're actually talking about 6 or 7 movies. Like I don't think that's healthy. I don't think it gives credit to the entire orchestra that produces the movie. Because look, we do want to give those people credit. We do want to honor them. They're putting so much of themselves on the line, and we think it's just Tom Cruise doing stunts. Because look, the Tom Cruise doing stunt thing has become a PR masterstroke for Paramount. Right? It's a MI is a Paramount. I'm just gonna say it's Paramount. For the studio and Team Cruise, it's they found a way to remarket Tom Cruise with stunts, and I think it's incredible. It's such a interesting ballsy take. I think anyone involved with marketing and brand awareness really should use that as a case study, because I think I will with my personal work and my side projects moving forward is definitely we'll use that, and it's an outlier thought, and well, here on Dream Warriors we exist in the outlier. Yeah, so just hang tight. I am doing a couple things work wise while I'm talking to everyone. I'm just doing too much here. Yeah, so okay. The Since Mission Impossible 3. So if we go through in the previous episode 94, Mark and I did kind of prep everyone on the franchise, but the threads that ended with Mission Impossible 6 Fallout pretty much started in Mission Impossible 3. So you had 3, 4, 5, and 6. So like it's 4 movies with connecting characters, connecting plot threads, connecting villains, and it does it in a very light way. So if you're tuning in to Dream Warriors and still listening to this point, you kind of want nuance, like what's really not being said. Well, here's one thought, and this is maybe I think the biggest takeaway from Mission Impossible 6 Fallout. So here we go. Big takeaway. Let Tom Cruise and his cruise control team, Team Cruise, run the Universal Dark Universe. Team Cruise is the ones that they came on and they worked things out with the Mummy to set him up and these other things. So a lot. I think Kurtzman is the big writer connected to Cruise that's connected to Dark Universe. Team Cruise needs to get back onto doing the shared universe. And you might be flipping out because, hey, everyone said the opposite. I'm the only one saying this. Well, good. That's a big indicator that everyone's wrong, or they're just missing it. So it's like open up, open your eyes, look at what we have before us. Be constructive about your thoughts. Be have nuance. Care about it. But moving forward, Mission Impossible 3 to 6 is a 4-movie arc that's a shared universe driven thread. And by that I mean that not all the characters appear in every single movie. Not every single villain appears in every single movie. Not every single plot is even addressed in every single movie. But it began with 3 and it ends with 6. This is a shared universe. And it's skillfully done, it's artfully done, and it's actually performed with intent to deliver for the people that stuck with the franchise from 3. It's designed to jump in at 6. It's designed to jump in at Ghost Protocol, or whatever you want. You always use Mission Impossible 1 and 2 as just the beginning, like working out the ideas and the thoughts. And a lot of franchise, like Clark Kent, Superman, it's a great example of this, because originally he was kind of like a villain. He jumped, he didn't fly. The Clark Kent Superman that we know today did not appear in the 30s and the 40s. It took years to develop that idea. And this is serialized entertainment. We always get this. So are things great when they come out of the gate? Are they fully formed when they get out of the gate? Are they perfect when they come out of the gate? Well, outside of Iron Man, thank you Marvel Studios, but they were strictly Marvel, being I think produced by Paramount or distributed by Paramount. Look, we got one outlier. Every single other shared universe attempt has stumbled because everyone thinks it should be perfect. The Fast and the Furious shared universe took time. Okay, we're only a few movies in on that. And what are you saying? Well, Phase 5, it's more or less like 6, 7, 8 is the shared universe. 5 is pretty standalone. With outside the leader. But Tom Cruise obviously understands how to do this. It's obvious that he wanted to do the shared universe, universal dark universe, post Mission Impossible. And it looks like that was like the plan of action. And I say let this fool do it. I think he's proven himself. I don't think he has anyone to answer to. And I really feel like they should take his character, as he was at the end of The Mummy, and throw him into another monster movie, like right away. Is this something that's going to happen? No. Which kind of upsets me. But look, Tom Cruise has had so many ups and downs, more ups than downs than nearly anyone. And I mean, like anyone within Hollywood. Now, some celebrities have avoided scandal, but they've also avoided box office success. Even like Brad Pitt. Like, what was the last time you rushed to the theater for a Brad Pitt or a George Clooney movie? Tom Cruise is still doing dramas. He's still experimenting. He's still doing comedy, doing musicals, doing development, taking ideas, reforming them into his, and along the way being completely masterful at it. And we're better, like as an audience member, we're better for it. So, where are we? People hate Tom Cruise because of Scientology. People hate Scientology because they watch bad documentaries on it. Well, people also hate. At one time, they hated eggs because there was bad information on eggs, and eggs would kill you and cause cholesterol. There's one time people hated bees because killer bees were coming to kill us all. So, do we really know much about Scientology? Let's be honest, we don't. You don't. You do not know. I've had so many discussions with people that just crack at that. They'll memorize the documentaries that rip it to shreds, but they will not go into it themselves. They will not investigate it. What do you think will happen if you go into a Scientology center? Do you feel like they will, what? Get you into a cult? Mesmerize you? Hypnotize you? No. You're crazy. It's hysteria, and you've lost the thought war. So, because that's a little bit of the age we're in. We're in an age to have our own thoughts. And having views on religion and the things connected to it, if they're negative coming from you, there's a side of you that largely has lost the battle already. There's a huge percentage of your psyche that's just gone. that cannot be developed because you so easily swayed with propaganda. And that's how I feel with Cruz and Scientology. I think it's fantastic that he's an advocate for it, that he's passionate about it. Do I wish more people were like him that stood up. Like it does kind of make me sad because I really feel like it doesn't matter what your religion is as long as it's peaceful. With the rhetoric and tone. Like as all things should be. It should be civil and peaceful. I got no problem with it. I really don't. When it comes to like political groups and organizations, yeah, I mean, like you can deeply oppose everything I feel, but as long as you're kind of doing it the right way, do it. But like we're in an age today where it is like punch a Nazi and things like that, and it's just nothing but harm. It can only get worse, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better. So, but bravo to Tom Cruise, Scientology shout out. But yeah, so letting him take over Dark Universe from Universal standpoint was actually a bold move. I just feel like they should continue that because I rewatched The Mummy and I don't know why people like. I need someone to really explain to me why that movie's not good. Now, I think the biggest fault of The Mummy is that he's the Tom Cruise character. I don't believe is fully formed. I don't. I think that actually the Tom Cruise side of the Mummy movie is maybe like the worst side. I even like the him seeing and talking to his dead friend. That's awesome. People say that's a ripoff of American Werewolf in London, but I don't know. Things are ripped off. Who cares? Like I don't want for that gag. I don't want to watch an old movie. I'd rather watch actors now that I'm more familiar with that fit the tone of the culture and society. Just because something's old and was done doesn't mean we can't touch base on it again. I don't know. Like, could you imagine playing sports that way? If like every time you touch first base, you just took it away and you couldn't touch it again. So you just everything at that point had to be a double, and then you take away as soon as someone touches second base. Now everything needs to be a triple, and then all of a sudden you can only hit home runs. That's almost where that's exactly where we are when we look at movies and entertainment. We expect everything to be a home run. They can't. No one can hit a single anymore. As an actor, as a film studio, everyone's livelihood is built off of singles. Just get on base. Be good enough to get on base, and we can all move forward. We can win this game. We're so far away from that right now. Except for Dream Warriors. Here on Dream Warriors, we're on top of things. But yeah, so topic number 2. So let's do like a morning drink shout out. Shout out to coffee with lots of creamer. I'm using my caramel creamer, and it's like salted caramel. It's such a home run. Again, from Delights and cold water. Okay, we gotta get back to talking about James Gunn. You probably already know, and if you don't, just to give you the brief. So everyone from Guardians of the Galaxy, for the sanctity of their jobs, they did a letter. They drafted a letter, and because of that, because it's heartfelt and signed, probably digitally signed. I doubt that they all met to sign it. Nothing like the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Excuse me, Zoe Zane Chanel, whatever your name is. Excuse me, Batista. Can you send me a PNG file of your signature so we can put it on here? No problem. I'll have my guy send that out to you. Like it's the most unauthentic thing to do. We're in an age of communication, social media, cameras. You're telling me you can't talk into your phone and do something heartfelt and meaningful? You hide behind tweets and letters. We're in an age where we can see you. We want to see you. We expect to see you. Hiding behind a letter, like what garbage is that? And the letter is like, hey, this dude, this guy that made endless pedophilia tweets that's connected to pedophilia, says he's okay. Says he was joking. Understands those jokes were inappropriate. Trust us. He's good. Look, we don't trust anything coming out of Hollywood right now. Okay, not post Harvey Weinstein and not post this, or I would say post Weinstein, post Kevin Spacey, or let me take that back. Post Weinstein, post Bryan Singer. Those are your two, okay? And Bryan Singer, if you think Bryan Singer is the like the white buffalo in the room, the one that's standing out, he's not the white buffalo. They're all white buffaloes. Okay? They're all into it. Okay? There's too much there. But anything else, people will claim it as truth when things are like this. But anything else, even with sports, this is where this is how ideas get circulated, and this is how people understand the tone. This is also how bad information gets circulated. But that's not today. In today's age, it's real time. Okay, and look, are all the hashtag Me Too things real? Or some of them exaggerated? Should some of them be challenged? Absolutely yes. But when it comes to Hollywood and pedophilia, let's take the high ground on this and just say, look, we can't associate with these people anymore. They have to be outed one by one. There needs to be a purging, period. So that letter from the Guardians of the Galaxy people, okay? It's just to save a job. Whatever. I can live without seeing Guardians 3. Okay. They were like, oh, the story's not over by far. You mean by far, just a 2-hour movie. 2 hours, I'm done watching part 3 or volume 3, and it's not done by far. Whatever. Okay, let someone else come up. So they plucked James Gunn out of Trauma. Whatever. Or Scooby-Doo, right? He wrote Scooby-Doo. Okay, get the next batter up. Okay, it's an industry. There's another guy to work that line. Okay, so... Oh my god. Yeah, it just gets... It really... look, it doesn't, gets me sick. I can't eat. No, trust me, I can house a Big Mac right now. I might just house a Big Mac on the way home. Rock and roll. Or on my way in. I still gotta go into the office today, but... I don't know. It just makes me want to ignore it. I just really don't care. Makes me not care. That's really what it makes me does. What's up, Dal? Dal is coming around the corner. Dal, he as much as this cat eats, he just... Hey, what's up, dude? He grows in girth. He actually looks he looks a little tough. Good. But anyway, I'm going to sign off. Everyone follow me. Snapchat, I'm doing daily themes on Snapchat. That's at AKAPAD. Twitter, AKAPAD. Facebook, AKAPAD. I got Twitch coming up. AKAPAD69. Xbox Live, AKAPAD69. And Instagram, AKAPAD13, AKAPAD.com, Etsy, AKAPAD, Patreon, AKAPAD. Buy my services, fun original content. help us create a movement. Help us create a Dream Warriors movement where we actually look at things and we don't go to hysteria and we wait a week to talk about a movie and to have thoughts on it. And we're not rushing things out. I also have a list about 9 movies. 9 movies that I want to discuss with you guys. So we're still building towards more regular rollouts again. So just be on the lookout. Subscribe everywhere, promote, and I love you all. Thanks again.